Hi guys, I am Syrachime, and I welcome you back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we went inside of Lord Jabu Jabu, where we discovered that Princess Ruto had a major vor fetish. And getting away from that, we also discovered that Jabu Jabu himself had been infected by a weird parasitic monster. So after we managed to actually defeat the monster with a little help from our Deku Sticks, turned out to be the weakest weapon we could use there, but we still succeeded and that's all that matters. Well, anyway, after we defeated the monster, we ended up obtaining the Spiritual Stone of Water, which gave us all 3 Spiritual Stones to, well, pretty much use to open up the Sacred Realm and get the Triforce. And in this episode, we are eventually going to make our way back to Princess Zelda and give her the Spiritual Stones. I say eventually because, well, we've been doing quite a bit for Princess Zelda the last few, like 10 episodes or so. So we're actually going to kind of take a break from helping Princess Zelda, and we are going to do some stuff mostly for ourselves. And by that I mean some side quest stuff that will also be a little bit recreational at the same time. So to get started, we've actually got quite a bit of number of side quest things we need to take care of. And the first thing we need to do is we need to make it nighttime. Because the only way that we can get some of this stuff is if, there we go, is if it's nighttime. So as soon as we make it nighttime out here, I don't know where a wolf is in this area that is nothing but water. But there you go. Alright, first thing we're going to do, I'd like to tackle, is there are actually a couple of gold skulltulas in this area that we could not pick up before. Well, we could have, but we needed the boomerang in order to get them, and we're going to get them accordingly. So here's our first gold skulltula. We'll go ahead and pull out our slingshot to take care of this. Die, you golden bug, die! I meant to use my slingshot, but pressed the wrong C button as a result. Alright, target that, boomerang it! There we go, gold skulltula number 32. Yes, I actually went just before recording and found out that we do indeed have 31 skulltulas. Navi! Fine, Navi. No, I'm not going to say fine, Navi. I told you last episode, well, 2 episodes ago, that you are banned from speaking. I am never going to speak to you again. At least not till I do my recreational thing. Anyway, same before I was rudely interrupted by Navi. What was I talking about? Man, I lose my train of thought so easily. Doesn't help that it's from Navi. Well, anyway, we've got another gold skulltula here I want to get, and as you would expect, it is up in the tree. So roll into that, and down we'll go. Why do I get hit by every gold skulltula that I can possibly get hit by? Oh, don't care. Just kill that thing. We'll pick up number 33. And again, I've already lost track. It's amazing how easy I lose track of this stuff. Okay, so with that, we've pretty much gotten all of the gold skulltulas that are obtainable in this area. But there is one more thing that I would like to get, and we actually need our bombs to do that. Now, once you get your bombs, you might be thinking, well, maybe I just have to blow up this rock, but, well, it's actually quite funny. You keep in mind that these bombs are not very powerful, but look what we're able to do with just one. You thought blowing up Dodongo's cavern was impressive? Ta-da! We've opened up a brand new tunnel! Haha! I can now create mines and everything else. No. I don't know why we needed a bomb to do this, but if you actually go in here, this takes us back to yet another Great Fairy's Fountain. The main reason we're in here is to, well, if you could not guess, we are going to get yet another magic spell. And to do so, we are once again going to have to see the near-nude lady that does not know how to make a dress, yet ironically knows how to use nail polish and make boots, but there you go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and call her right now with Zelda's Lullaby. I'm starting to actually get better playing these songs and talking at the same time. For some reason, I cannot play the Zelda songs and talk that well at the same time. Okay, so after Zelda's Lullaby, we hear the laughter of a great fairy, and there the near-nude person will show up herself. As that wasn't bad enough, they have to give us a... Would you people please put some clothes on? Ah! Navi, I will kill you if you turn into this. Anyway, welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it. Sure, it's not like I came in here just to stare at you. I don't know who would want to do that. Just saying. Anyway, here we see a green light, so could we possibly be getting the Spiritual Stone of the Forest again? No, we are not. Instead, we are getting a diamond with a green bowl inside of it. Haha! We have now captured a green... No, we have not captured a green light. This is called the Pharaoh's Wind spell. This is warp. Excuse me, warp magic you can use with the C button. Warp when you are in danger. So if she'll describe it properly, you will teleport to the warp point when you first use the magic, and you will create a warp point. When you use the magic again, you can either dispel the warp point you created last time or warp to that point. It's not really that clear, but I'll describe it here more in a little bit. First things first, remember, you can use Pharaoh's Wind only in dungeons that have a dungeon map hidden inside, okay? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. Yeah, again, I'll log that away under something that I never plan to do again. So long, you near-nude person. My gosh, so many thoughts run through my mind when I see that, and I told you guys I would kind of elaborate on that first time I saw a great fairy, but never did. Oh well, let's just say that the thoughts that run through my mind is, Navi, would you stop interrupting me? I will kill you as soon as I find out how. Oh, Navi, I'm not going to talk to you, so there. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I think these great fairies either have a nudist colony or something like that. They take part in illegal activities that are not family friendly. And that's all I'm going to say. We'll leave it at that. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I've had more than enough with fairies. Last me a lifetime. Anyone that's played this game has probably had enough of Navi to just last them a lifetime. I know I certainly have. You know what's bad is when I was originally playing this through as a kid, I didn't really think Navi was that bad. In fact, I thought Navi was kind of cool. But now playing this Let's Play through, yes, I find Navi to be incredibly annoying. I don't know. It must be something when you get older. You just can't take high-pitched haze and everything else like that. Okay, well anyway, if you're wondering what I'm getting ready to do now, we're going to go ahead and keep moving around and doing a few... Navi! Would you shut up? I'm not going to talk to you, so there. This entire episode is going to revolve around me screaming at Navi. I am going to turn this music or whatever it is off. Well, anyway, here's Princess Ruto. How you doing, Ruto? Gotten over your little hidden childish desires yet? Did my precious stone... did my most precious possession help you on your quest? Hehe. I don't know. It's made Navi more annoying, it sure seems like. But since this is the first time we've seen the Zoras, since we've got this spiritual stone of water, we'll actually go talk to King Zora, or King Fathead, as I've decided to start calling him, and see if anything new has changed. So you have to say, dude? Oh, Link! Finally! I've gotten the approval! Or at least not being called child or something of that nature by somebody in authority. Anyway, so you saved the princess, eh? I really appreciate it. And that's it. You're just going to pretty much let alone the fact that I saved your princess from being digested, and that's all you're giving me is that I appreciate it? Dude, I'm going to remember that whenever you need my help again. Well, we're going to leave King Fathead alone, because I've got more important things to worry about. Yes, I am totally calling him that, as I have said. Well, anyway, as I was saying before I came in here, was rudely interrupted by Navi yet again. I want to actually head over to Lake Hylia, because I have something over there that I'd like to take care of. Well, actually a lot of something, so... to get there, we're going to take the shortcut through the diving thing. Dive, Link, dive! Yeah. That's a head rush, if there ever was one, or sugar rush, or whatever. Adrenaline rush, that's what it is. I'm a person that stays pretty much safe all the time. I don't know what an adrenaline rush is, so... yeah. Okay. We make it back here, and the reason I'm actually coming here is there's actually quite a number of things I'd like to pick up. And by quite a number of things, I mean, well, pretty much just Skulltulas and everything else that I want to get. But there is something else here that I want to take care of, and we will do that in our time. But first things first, must get other stuff that is important for our side quests. And as we do, well, I guess I can, well, I'll kind of point that out just a little bit. Don't worry, hold that thought. I'll get back to you guys about that. First things first, Gold Skulltula. We see it here on the lakeside laboratory, so we're going to use our slingshot to kill this thing, because I have no coordination with my boomerang for whatever reason. And there we go, we've obtained our Gold Skulltula number 34. Navi, would you quit talking? I told you I'm not going to talk to you until you... I'm sitting here yelling at my computer screen. Getting away from that. There is yet one more gold skulltula I want to pick up, and we are going to do so while ignoring the thing that I would dare not speak its name. Just evil. So yeah, we're going to go pick up another gold skulltula. But to do that, we need to swim over to that little island with the twin pillars. Something that could take a few minutes to actually do. Come on, Link, swim! Like your life depends on it. I know my sanity does, because if I have to hear Navi say hey one more time, I know that I'm going to yell again. And I doubt that's something anybody really wants to hear me do. I don't know, maybe you guys enjoy it, maybe you don't, I don't really know. Okay, so once we make it over to this island with the twin pillars, we're going to go ahead and play the sun song, because if you could not tell, most of the skulltulas only appear at night. There we go. There we go, not being able to play my music and talk at the same time. Don't know why. Alright, so there you might be... Navi! I'm not going to talk to you. Die, you stupid gold skulltula. I'm having anger issues over Navi. Alright, that thing right there, that was kind of a fairy, but at the same time, it's not really. You can't catch it in a bottle, so just, yeah, kind of leave that be. Well, anyway... Outside of that, there is one other thing that I'd like to do. Actually, there's a couple of things, but I think we're actually going to take this time to just kind of de-stress by doing something that's a bit recreational and, well, kind of do something that's kind of, well, will help us relax at the same time, hopefully. Yeah, something that's recreational, something that will help you relax at the same time is totally not the same thing. Well, anyway. What I meant to say is we're going to tackle something that is a bit relaxing and at the same time will help us on our quest. And that is, well, I came over here to actually take part in this thing, which is the fishing pond. The fish are really biting today. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, Navi, not going to do it. I'm not even going to yell at you, I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, we're going to go inside of the fish pond and we're going to go fishing for a bit. Main reason being is there's actually something in here that I'd like to get. Well, yeah, if you've seen the side quest stuff, it's not a gold skulltula, but there is something in here that is totally worth our time. So yeah, we're going to actually go do some fishing. I think I could actually use some relaxation after all the adventure we had to go through, in addition to the constant haze. Annoying Navi. Okay, so to go fishing, we're going to have to talk to this guy, and he will say, well, do you want to go fishing for 20 rubies? This is what I like about people near the water. They just ask you if you want to play their game for a certain price and don't even tell you how to do it. Granted, he will tell you if you do pay. Well, first things first. Oh no! You don't have a rumble pack! With a rumble pack, you could feel the vibrations of a fish, of a fish on your hook. This time, no rumble for you. That's alright, I grew up without a rumble pack, and considering a majority of the games I play now, mostly being on the 3DS, don't require a rumble pack, I can live without rumbles. So anyway, okay, listen up. And here he's going to give us a long explanation that I'm going to skip because I can explain it in 30 seconds what will take him probably 50 years to, well, explain. So, do you understand? Yes, I do. I'm so generous, I'll let you fish for as long as you want. However, you can only keep one fish. Thank you for that. The biggest fish ever caught here weighed 6 pounds. Oh, you don't say. After you cast your... Anyway, skipping ahead, we'll just go fish. So, this thing right here is apparently the biggest fish that has ever been caught, and the angler has been by the pond owner. But you know what? We came in here to go fishing, and at the same time, we are going to catch a bigger fish than this. So yeah, let's go get fishing and go catch ourselves a bigger fish so that we can get a special prize that I really came in here for. Well, 50% of the reason I came here for, and the other 50% is just to kind of chill from Navi. Okay, so to get started, the way you fish is you find your target. Navi is pretty good at identifying them. You can target with your Z button as always. And to cast your line, just press the B button, not really that big of a deal. Once your line's cast, just start pressing A to reel in. It's really as simple as that. There's a couple of techniques you can use to lure the fish, and if you press the B button again, your little lure will sink a little bit. Alternatively, if you use the analog stick over left and right, you can make your bait swim around just a little bit. Just kind of entice the fish to come. So yeah, that's how you fish. It's really not that big of a deal. It's like I said, you don't need a 50-hour-long explanation just to figure out how to do it. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and go fishing. I'm here just to chill, so... chilling, finally. Getting away from the quests. getting away from the spiritual stones, and getting away from the constant haze. This is the life. Going fishing in the comfort of your own home, and watching nothing bite. Throw our line again. Oh my gosh, this is boring. I didn't realize how boring relaxing would be. This comes from a workaholic. Literally someone who takes... there we go. If we can get a fish on the line. There we go. Got a fish. I'll explain what I was talking about in a minute, but once you catch a fish, just keep reeling in, twist your little analog stick left or right, and then when you pull the fish in, we will see how big it is. Well, it's about 4 pounds. Do you want to keep it? No, I do not want to keep it. It's a shrimpy fish, and I do not want shrimpy fish. Alright, so I'm going to go to my secret hiding spot, or my secret fishing spot. Well, it's not really a secret fishing spot, but it is a spot where I've actually caught some of the best fish in this game, and it just happens to be up here on this log. So let's make up here the biggest fish are in the center of the pond, so... Casting! In the middle of the pond. And we'll just slowly reel in as quickly as we can. Man, the fish are really jumping today. Alright, come on, Mr. Fishy. You know you want my bait. Yeah, come on, fish. Yeah, I got one. Could it be the 20, 50,000 pounder I'm after? Who knows? Come on. Get over here, you stupid fish. Oh, yeah, this one might be totally a 5, 6, 20 pound, and that thing's a shrimp. What did I catch? Well, it's about 2 pounds. Well, seems a lot heavier for a 2-pound fish. Alright, so we gotta cast our line again, because once again I have misplaced the fish. Okay, throw that out there, and if we can attract this little fish here. Come on, Mr. Fishy. You know you want the bait. Come on, Mr. Fish. Are you going to take the bait or not? I will lure this thing in. Ah, got it! Got it! What? 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 You cheated me out of a fish! Hey, what happened? You lost it. I know I lost it. Alright, well that was an absolute failure. This is why I do not have my own fishing show, because if I did, well, you would just be seeing me like pretty much right now, catching absolutely nothing. Alright, I need the big fish to bite. At least 10 pounds would be nice. But unfortunately, I don't know. Ooh, big fish. Come get it, Mr. Fishy. You know you want it. Eat it. Come on, you can take it. You can take it. Stupid fish, take the bait. And you wonder why I hate nature. Ah, you stupid fish. Alright, if this keeps going much longer, I'm probably going to cut ahead to me finding this thing, because I doubt you guys really want to sit me... Well, I'm sure you guys really want to see me sitting here casting out my line, trying to catch the biggest fish on the planet. That probably may not exist. Just keep reeling in one more cast in here, and if it doesn't catch it this time... Okay. Well, since that worked so well, I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead to me catching this thing, and I will meet you guys as soon as I successfully catch this. So I will be right back. Come on, Mr. Fishy. You know you want my bait. It's good bait. It looks like chopped fish. I got it! I caught the fish. Come on, fish. Come back over here. I will, if I catch you, I will turn you into dinner. Or no, I won't. Maybe I'll have high roll fried fish. Or I can create high roll sushi. Got it! What did I catch? Woohoo! That's a whopper. Wow, this is a real lunker. Let's see. It weighs 11 pounds. Overkill for what I came here for, but I will take it. Do you want to keep it? I would be insane not to. So yeah, I finally caught my fish. Now that I have, I'm done. I really don't like fishing. A little fun fact about me. I don't like to touch live fish. For that matter, I don't like to touch a lot of live things. And come to think of it, I have bad OCD where I wash my hands quite frequently. It's not Monk bad, but Adrian Monk bad, but it's still pretty bad. Okay, well, getting away from that, because I doubt you guys really care about that. I really wanted to catch this 11-pound fish, actually 10 pounds, but anyway, we got this guy. He gives you 3 options. You know what? Let's talk about something. You want to try another lure? I didn't say that. What are you talking about? Actually, come to think of it, I don't know what I'm talking about. Are you so selfish? What? You have no right to call me selfish. I've went around the entire world for Princess Zelda just to get spiritual stones, and I probably am supposed to keep that a secret, so never mind. Yes, I'm selfish. What's it to you, jerk? Don't you know the old saying, a great fisherman never chooses his own lure? I've never heard anything like that, but you know what? I'm tired of fishing. What do you want? Weigh my fish so I can get out of here, you crazy jerk. Okay, whoa! This fish is huge! It looks like a new record. It weighs at least 11 pounds. Seriously. Okay, here is your prize. And with that, we obtain heart piece number 13. Or 14. I don't really know at this point. Okay. So yeah, that's how you actually get your little heart piece there. That's what I mainly came in here for, along with getting away from Navi. And we read it now. It says, the biggest fish ever caught in this pond weighed 11 pounds. The angler, Link. Haha. For a guy that hates nature, I caught the biggest fish in this pond. And that's totally worth bragging about because, well, the biggest fish I've ever caught in real life was maybe, oh, I don't know, 2 inches long, maybe 3 inches. And then you can't actually technically say I caught it because, well, I never touched it, so never mind. Alright, I want to go ahead and quit because I've already done what I came in here to do. And I'm pretty much missed what that said, but I quite frankly don't care. Except come back in a few years and the fish might be bigger, maybe, but don't know if I'll be back or not. Okay, so with that out of the way, that pretty much takes care of everything on this side of the lake that I can take care of. And any minute now, we should hear Navi shout, hey! But we'll worry about that when she actually says it. Yeah, I'll totally freak out when she does. Now, there's a couple of other things here around the lake that I'd like to take care of before we actually take off and do other things. And to start with, well, something I didn't tell you guys that I did in the previous episode off screen anyway. I went ahead and bought 5 magic beans because I want to go around and start planting these things in the fertile soil that are in various areas. Now, like I said, when we actually picked up these things, they won't have much purpose now. Excuse me. But they will much later on in our adventure. So I'm going to go ahead and go around and start planting these things where we possibly can, or at least in the places that are the most important, like here. And then once we come back at a later time, we will be able to do various things with them accordingly. Okay, so with that, that's pretty much all on this side of the lake that I want to take care of. There's one thing just outside of the lake that I want to go to and take care of, and then shortly after that, we could actually go to yet another new location. Well, not really a new location, as much as it is just kind of going to someplace else. And if you're wondering exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing all this, well, let's just say that Hyrule is about to receive a major facelift. I'm not going to spoil what's going to happen because, well, that'll pretty much be revealed in the next couple of episodes. But I do want to kind of take care of some things while Hyrule is still kind of like it is. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is jump down here. Once we go down here, you want to get your bombs because there is a hidden hole here if you didn't see this coming. Maybe you didn't. I don't know, this is one of the few secrets about the Ocarina of Time I did not think about. But anyway, fall down this hole. And you will need your slingshot for the next part. Or your boomerang, either one of those will work. Let's go with the slingshot. Because there's actually a business shrub back here. And if we target this thing and use our slingshot, because I don't have my Deku shield, talk to him, this guy will say, "Alright, you win. In return for sparing me, I will sell you a piece of heart. 1 piece for 10 rubies it is. Let's make a deal." And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this deal because piece of heart for 10 rupees? That is awesome. That's the easiest heart we could ever get. So thank you. And with that, he'll fade away while we receive yet another heart piece, which I think is heart piece 14. If I'm wrong, as always, Tally in the upper left-hand corner will correct me. Once we do that, he'll fly away and again leave rupees behind. So technically it was 7 rupees instead of 8. And once we do that, that's pretty much everything down here that I want to take care of. So we head back up, and I actually want to head back to Lake Hylia because I want to take a shortcut through there to yet another location that I would like to get to do a few things at. What exactly I'm going to do, I will not spoil. I will never tell you guys. Okay, I'll tell you. I actually want to head back to... Yeah, here I say I'm never going to tell you. Yeah, just go ahead and tell you. Anyway, I want to head back to the Lost Woods for a little bit in the Kokiri Forest because there's a couple of things there that I'd like to take care of. And the best place to do that, well, here we have our official view of Lake Hylia, the place that was named after the creator of Hyrule, apparently, or one of its creators, or something like that. I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I've played through the Skyward Sword, but I've only played through it once, and oh, that game is epic. If you've never played through it, definitely play through that game. One of the, well, not the best Zelda game. I still think this one's the best, but it's definitely up. It's number 2. It's a close number 2 on my list. Okay, so if you're wondering what exactly I'm doing to actually get back to the Kokiri Forest... Anyway, I don't know how I got on that. There's actually a shortcut when you go back to Zora's Domain that will take you to the Kokiri Forest. And I'm not sure why this is, and why the Lost Woods is like pretty much connected to everything, but there's actually a passageway just outside of Zora's Domain that you could take all the way back to the Kokiri Forest. I think I've already said that like 50 times. I know there's one that takes you from the Dodongo's... Not the Dodongo's Cavern, Death Mountain. There we go. Okay, well, if you're playing along with me, you're going to want to pay very close attention, because what I'm getting ready to do, if you mess this up, there's pretty much no way to correct it. So, once you are here, what you want to do is you want to turn to the left, go in the water, and dive down. Because once you do, just go in this hole, and just like that, we are in the Lost Woods. Wow, that was easy. Way too much fun with these games. Okay, so yeah, if you actually dive down here when you've got that silver scale, you can actually get back to Zora's Domain rather quickly. So, yeah, there's a shortcut here that I did not know existed for the longest time. But if you're wondering why I came back here, the reason is I kind of want to actually go forward, as if we're heading towards Saria. But I want to actually find this, I think this is it right here. And sure enough it is, the place that has the 2 business shrubs. What we want to do is we actually want to plant a little seed here for something we will be able to do much later on. Once we do, you stupid... I'm just going to let that one go because I've had more than enough frustrations with Navi and everything else. Okay, so the main reason I did that was just because, well, just because. Let's just leave it at that. So from here, I actually want to just go ahead and leave the Lost Woods. I really have no purpose for being in here now, aside from just, well, being around. Oh, it feels so nice to be home. What am I talking about? I'm in nature. I hate this place. Die, Kokiri Force, die. Well, anyway, if you're wondering what I'm doing now, there's another thing that I want to take care of that we could not before, and I actually need to go back to the Great Deku Tree in order to do it. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. It's not really that long of a trip, but still, if you're lost and still wondering what I'm doing, I am going back for yet another Gold Skulltula. There's Gold Skulltula that we never picked up that's in here on the Great Deku Tree, and we need to actually take care of it now, especially if you're going for 100% completion. So what you want to do to actually get this is just more or less fall down the hole. Once you make it down here, swim over to the block, climb up on the block, something that could have made our adventure here earlier much better. And then once you get here, you just want to go down this hole right here. Because once you do and make it all the way to the end, you will need your bombs for this, by the way. So if you're not carrying your bombs, you might want to get that. That would be incredibly helpful. First things first, gotta find that crumbly wall over there. So pull out our bombs, release the bombs, like we released the Kraken. And there is a doorway we could not go in before. And just over here, or somewhere, there he is. There is our Gold Skulltula that I wanted to pick up and get. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pull out our Slingshot of Doom. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to call that. I'm going to start giving nicknames to all my weapons, like the Boomerang of Obnoxiousness, the Sticks of Doom. I'm not calling the Slingshot of Doom. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but here we go. Our 35th Gold Skulltula, or 36th, or something like that. I don't really know. Yes, again, how easy I lose track of my Skulltulas and stuff. Okay, so outside of that, there's no other reason for being in here, so... yeah, rather than going back, well, I am going to head back, but I will actually meet you guys outside of the Great Deku Tree, where we will do a few more things from there. So I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that cut there, guys, but really just going in. You know how to get to that place now, but I didn't really want to... well, there's no point in showing the way back, so there you go. Okay, so with that, we've obtained a couple of, well, 4 or 5 Gold Skulltulas, in addition to 2 heart pieces. And there's actually a little bit more I'd like to do, but I actually don't think I'm going to tackle it in this episode here. Main reason being is, well... what we have to do, there's not a lot left, but there is something coming up after that that is going to take up quite a bit of time. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and call this episode off here. And next time, in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we'll get the remaining things that I'd like to get, the remaining Skulltulas, plant some seeds, and a couple of other things like that, before we move on with our adventure. We are just about to, well, get to the turning point of this story. So, yeah, kind of spoiler alert there, but yeah. That'll do it for this episode now. We will go ahead and end this off here, and yeah, till next time, I will catch you guys later.